All right, you and I have a fun Cardano video to go through. We're going to absolutely look at charts, price action on Cardano, what is going on there. But two pieces of news, everybody. Number one, Grayscale filing for a Cardano spot ETF. I'm excited to talk about that in this video. This is massive. But what is Coca-Cola? I have Coca-Cola in the thumbnail. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Charles Hoskinson drinking Diet Coke. What is going on there? What does that have anything to do with Cardano? Hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in, and we'll start with that. So, Minturn over here said, Charles is meeting someone very special this month. Who is it? Elon Musk, David Sachs, CZ, someone irrelevant. Charles replied and said, could be more than one. Could be more than one. Then I just saw this post very recently from Angry Crypto Show. Charles Hoskinson says, the VIP dinner got moved from February 22nd to March 1st. Diet Coke will certainly be on the menu. The super important meeting is early March now. So the reason why Diet Coke is so relevant, as you all know, President Trump, and I'm sure most of you know, President Trump just absolutely is a very big fan of Diet Coke. Let's just say that. I think everybody knows that. So that's why it's relevant in this context. But it's also relevant because here's Elon Musk. This is his bedside table. He also likes Diet Coke. This is November 8th, 2022. Elon's bedside table. And here's a quote from Elon. I would just like to thank the genius who came up with Diet Coke. Best drink ever. So, I don't know. It's speculation, but it's like pretty obvious speculation. This is like surface level data, I guess we can call it. So, Charles, no guarantees. I don't know. Nobody does who he's meeting with February or March 1st, but it's looking like there's a good possibility. It could be Donald Trump or Elon Musk or both of them. I think that's pretty, like, just to come to that conclusion is pretty fair, right? None of us know, but it's pretty fair. And and it is the mystery of it. And this epic, Pluto Staking sent me this. We were just chatting. The very secret Coca-Cola recipes in this vault in Atlanta. This is crazy. This whole Coca-Cola Cardano story is crazy. I don't know, everybody. This headline, this is a while in the making. Grayscale files for a Cardano spot ETF. I just want to talk about this briefly, and then we'll go look at the charts. Here's the filing. Proposal to list and trade shares of the Grayscale Cardano Trust. Grayscale is officially filed for Cardano ADA, exchange-traded fund with the New York Stock Exchange. This comes as Grayscale and other asset managers race to launch crypto ETFs. Institutional interest in Cardano is heating up, and it sums up. Virtue and AB launched the Cardano ETP on NASDAQ last week. I think this news was. This is big and enjoyable for me to read this because this was like a year ago, this post, February 13th. Yeah, this was almost a year ago. The firm to realize the power of a Cardano ETF is the smart firm. ADA is the altcoin dream for a value investor. And check it out. There's Grayscale. They came around. When will the rest of them? That's the question. This is massive. As we pivot to look at the charts, please, I can't stop kind of talking about the fact that from a value investor standpoint, what Cardano has in place for the crypto space, the crypto ecosystem, for other chains, for governments, it is so sound and it is so well positioned. So this is why, my thesis has been, as a value investor, very strongly geared towards ADA. So let's talk about ADA charts. And before we do, I just want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, itrustcapital. Buy and sell crypto, gold and silver with your IRA. And by the way, you go to markets on their website, especially where we are in the cycle. I know I keep saying this as it relates to this iTrust product, but with where we are in the cycle and what I think is getting ready to happen, these products become even more powerful. But you go to their website, they've been a longtime supporter of Cardano. You can see Cardano right there. You can buy and sell within your IRA, tax-free. It's very simple to open up an account. Click the link in the description below. Look at this form. Look how easy. And just get set up. If you're a long-term macro person and you're trying to figure out your macro plan, whether you're trading out of ADA into Bitcoin or USD at the end of the bull market, whatever it is, go sign up with itrustcapital. Thank you, iTrust, for sponsoring the video. So let's start here. Sorry, Cardano, this is Plutus, but it's time to call it quits. The chart is just absolutely terrible looking. I get it. A lot of people freaking out. ADA is done. And well, let's go bring up the chart, kind of zoomed in, the chart that he's looking at. And I mean, if you look at this chart, and I know some of you out there right now as you're watching have no clue what I'm talking about, but I know some of you do. You're already picking up what I'm putting down. You're already picking up what Plutus Staken was putting down in his posts. But if you look at this chart, it is absolutely, it looks like it's going in a certain direction, right? I mean, you can even just see the head and shoulders pattern. Momentum just looks like it's getting ready to start falling. And maybe we get another swing high, right, to the upper trend line area. And then we're falling. But it could be scary. Or maybe what I did was I inverted the chart. And it's very simply just this chart. Here it is on the weekly. It's incredible. And I was literally just talking to Plutus Staking, how just inverting a chart can give you a whole nother perspective. And I know there's a lot more going on here. And I know that's not like the single approach to gauging markets, just invert a chart. But do you see the picture? It becomes way more believable to think ADA can go in this direction when you flip the chart. And this direction, by the way, is up, right? So just please note that. This is an inverted chart, and it very simply is this inverse head and shoulders. So, and that's where I am, I guess. We're tracking crypto as a whole. I've been tracking altcoin markets. We're tracking Bitcoin. I have some data I want to talk about in tomorrow's video, probably tomorrow morning or afternoon. But right now, all that's happening is Cardano's in a long-term consolidation. This inverse head and shoulders, to me, is still in play, right? A crazy wick to the downside, but really, there's a right shoulder still in formation. And when we start zooming in, there are certain things that are happening, right? We have ADA now outside of the bull market door area. So this is an important area when you look at the weekly. Let me go to the weekly. Mainly because of what the bottom of that area is. It's the 20 and the 200. So this is very critical, right? ADA's consolidating right now between the 50, which is good. At the very least, we had the support at the 50, but consolidating right now below the 200 and the 20. You see this very confluent area at the bottom of the bull market doors. So of course, not only do we want to get to the top of the bull market doors and test that area around $1.25 again, and by the way, what that is, in case you haven't seen my videos on this, it's this swing high going into the bear market at the 20 week. It's that area right there. Last cycle, we had a very similar thing. The bear market area, the pullback to the 20 week there in 2018 was the top of the bull market area for last bull market. So we want to see ADA explode through that area, and we've not seen that. It's been rejected, and we've come down to the lower end of the area, and we didn't even hold support where we really would like to have seen it. For me, it's not like game over because there was no support there, right? Support, just because it's support doesn't mean it's absolutely definitely going to hold a support. The purpose of support is to track to see if it does so that you can start gauging, well, where's the next area of support? In this case, on the weekly, it's the 50-week moving average. Really nice wick there. And I don't know what crypto markets will do. If we start trickling down again, it's like, will there be support there, right? At the 58 cent area. Either way, I think there's 5 days, 23 hours left of this week. I think the biggest thing on the weekly to look for is if ADA can manage to get back up here. And if there's some type of capitulation, can it manage to see support above the 50? But truly, if it gets above the 20 and the 200, and that is really right around 77 cents, 77, 78 cents, we start getting up there and closing a week above, that is exactly what we want to see in relation to all of this consolidation. And I know it's a different part of the time frame, but when you look at ADA consolidation right now, it looks so similar. If we just zoom out real quick from cycles, right? I mean, look at all this dip back here. It looked terrible for ADA. And it was right before ADA was about to explode. I just can't, and I have to do a whole video on it just for Cardano. I've been talking about for crypto as a whole, but the environment in which Cardano is right now. I know we've been here years, right? But we're at the starting line for crypto. And so when it comes to the innovations within the crypto space, in this case, Cardano, it's one of many innovations in the crypto space. And what Cardano offers, we're at the beginning. There is so much in store for value investors for ADA. and what Cardano is getting ready to do. And we just looked at a couple different things, right? We see the ETF filing for Grayscale. We're just at the very beginning of something like that happening. And we see, Charles getting out there and maybe meeting some big names that have influence in what happens with Cardano as well. So that's Cardano on the weekly. On the daily, I do want to just point something out. We saw it on the inverted chart, but it's basically just tracking kind of the continued consolidation that it is in. Lower highs, lower lows. You can even just see this wick down to the lower trend line, and we're just in between it. So even on the short term, it's just kind of like watching ADA just do its thing and just bounce around. Nobody knows the direction in the short term or the long term, but I'm waiting for confirmations even on the daily, and that's the 20, the 50. Getting back above that area would be massive for a continued uptrend and the continuation of this right shoulder to get to the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders. Because that's where things I think get really exciting. It's not even the bull market doors. It's the $1.60 area for ADA. $1.50, $1.60 area. I think things get very exciting. So it's just breaking short-term resistance to get there. That's the 20-day moving average around 85 cents, the 50-day moving average around 92 cents, and obviously this upper trend line. And then support to the downside currently with where we are is around 55 cents. And notice, besides that lower trend line, the swing low to that swing high bounce that we had right there, we have this Fibonacci that we were talking about. ADA never revisited that area, and it still might. So it's something to be careful of, meaning we could see ADA get to the 20-day. Maybe crypto gets pushed a little higher, and then we're falling down again. And here we are testing 58 cents, right? The end of February. Who knows how long this will draw out for? It's something to prepare for, the emotional roller coaster of it all. But here are the areas that I'm watching. Either way, everybody, if you zoom out, I think ADA is going in a certain direction on the zoomed out. And it's this direction. And again, that is inverted chart. So much bullishness for Cardano. Really cool news. And I hope you're all doing well out there amidst all the chaos and volatility. Please hit the subscribe, hit the like, and turn those notifications on. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.